What's up guys, and first of all, if you'd like to support me and the channel, my PayPal will be in the description, so thank you very much. Welcome back to Anime King 2. I'm back with a brand new episode of What If Naruto was Rootless with the Limitless and 6 eyes, guys. Remember to get this one too. 100 likes as usual. Share this to all of your friends in your social media platform. This is part 6. If you want part 7, just go ahead and get this one to 100 likes, and I'll post it as soon as possible. Also, I post a brand new movie over an anime symbol, so go ahead, check out that and enjoy. So without further ado or wasting any more time, don't forget to go ahead and check out the other channels. I'll leave them all in the description for you guys to enjoy. So without further ado or wasting more time, let's begin now, guys. So, to do a bit of a recap for the last part that we left off, Naruto Uzumaki had transformed, the nine-tailed fox getting into his head, the spiritual beast messing with Naruto's mind, angering him greatly. Naruto got angry and transformed. His new form was vastly superior to the Sannin in every single way. Naruto picked Orochimaru apart, to the point where Orochimaru ran away, scared and terrified for his life. The Hokage survived, a battle that he believed would kill him, but no, he survived. The Sound Force tried to slow Naruto down, but Naruto erased all of them. Yes, he wiped them away, and in the end, Naruto made sure that Orochimaru had no chance of ever returning. Naruto pulled Orochimaru inside of his domain. We get to see Naruto's domain, the consumption, as the nine-tailed fox was the outer layer of it. It was truly spectacular, beyond powerful. Every single second was fueling Naruto and weakening his opponent. Orochimaru simply did not possess anything to overcome Naruto's domain. He was trapped and he was done for. Naruto used the essence of purple and attached it to Orochimaru's soul, being greatly magnified within his domain. Naruto destroyed him, erasing all concept of the Sannin. The curse mark burned the users as Sasuke no longer had Orochimaru's soul inside of it. By the time Hiruzen and Jiraiya arrived, Orochimaru was gone, and Naruto made it clear that he would never, ever be coming back. Naruto also told Hiruzen that he got rid of the problem that he had refused to notify. Yes, the problem that was there, he got rid of it. Hiruzen knew what that meant. With that said and done, Naruto took some time, feeling rather different after his transformation, given his constant years of refusing the fox, but now the beast was more deeper entwined with him. But Naruto also felt a lot more powerful. When Naruto arrived to one of the many locations he had around the world, he saw the young lady that was here helping, along with her mother. Naruto had many safe places along the world that the children that he placed in harmony, allowing them to grow, allowing them to have a stable life. Naruto was astonished, learning what the Raikage did. Due to the stigma on the name of the Land of Lightning now that they were pathetic, the Raikage got the information somehow. He proceeded to kidnap the children, 53 of them, and all of the caretakers. Wanting Naruto's life, Naruto marched directly into his village, blasting his door off. Naruto gave him a day for him to see the children being returned, or else he would bring destruction and chaos. There was nothing the Raikage or his people could do, as Naruto was unable to be touched. The Raikage declared war. He would crush this brat. When Jiraiya Reunite with Naruto, Naruto almost took his head off, believing that he was the one that spilled this information about this place. But it wasn't Jiraiya. Naruto could see that in his eyes. He was angry. Jiraiya tried to calm him down, telling him that he would be condemning thousands to death. But Naruto wouldn't listen, so Jiraiya headed towards Kumo to speak to the Raikage, knowing that they would not touch him or risk the wrath of Konoha descending upon them. This was bad. The Raikage was just as stubborn. As Naruto sat alone waiting, the fox finally reached out to him. He finally got Naruto to admit what he's been trying not to admit for the longest time now. He wasn't only doing this for the children. He was doing this mostly for himself as well. He wanted to. He wanted them to know him. He wanted them to know his name, to know who he is, to know that he's powerful now and he would never be bested ever again. Finally, he accepted himself, which was holding back majority of his power. When the day started, the Raikage had his force manned, however. Their land started to be destroyed. Trading routes, popularized village where they trade with, started to be completely eviscerated. Their land, their crops. Naruto was starving them out. He was going to condemn the entire land of lightning to death and despair. However, the children were found. Those that were guarding them were killed, as someone else found the children and took them away. So yeah guys, basically as left off, you guys can switch across and play check out for yourselves to begin this new episode. Everything was tense right now. The world was tense. It wasn't often that one village was going to war with one individual. In fact, it was a bit humiliating on Kumo's part, and at the same time shows that they won't carry on with anyone nonsense. It could be 10, 100 or even 1. They would crush anyone that stand against them. They were proving their might, proving their power as their shinobis march across the land, filling the areas to ensure that there was no spot that Naruto could attack without them taking him down. As the Raikage sat within his office, gaining constant relay messages, the boy's head would be placed on a pike for the world to see. These people believing that his village was a clown, to be destroyed by one single person. He was going to show them. He would show them all. He couldn't allow for this to carry on for much longer, because in a short amount of time Naruto had destroyed several key points for Kumo. In doing so, Naruto has caused a lot of, future collapse. After all, wiping out many crops. Due to the rocky areas and where they reside, it was hard for Kumo to produce certain type of crops, and Naruto had exterminated their allies' crops. So yes, things were bad for them if they allowed this to continue on for much longer. But this simple child would die. Yes, he would. He was getting reports back from none other than the captors who had the children and the caretakers. The boy will not find them. What would be done to them will be decided after the boy was dead. For now, the only thing that they're focusing on was his death. Large squads were all over the place. Konoha could not intervene unless they wanted to get themselves wrapped up in a war. The people wanted nothing to do with this. Danzo Shimura was gone. Many speculate that Danzo was killed by none other than the invasion. But Hiruzen and Jiraiya knew the truth. They knew who Naruto came for in the beginning. They decided to keep the information as such, not wanting to start something else right now. Danzo hasn't been a good person for a very long time now. Hiruzen was old and it was about time for him to retire, but things were just too hectic right now to pass on to anyone else. Yes, he wanted to retire, but there were several ways that this war could spiral out of control and lead to other villages getting involved and causing mass chaos and death all across the elemental nation. So they had to be prepared. Jiraiya had to stay his distance. Even the very sight of Konoha ninjas around Naruto right now might lead to, well, unpleasantness. And Jiraiya wanted to spare his people from chaos, and besides, Naruto told him to leave. Plain as day, to leave and not interfere. There was a good possibility that Naruto was going to die. As strong as he was, going up against an entire military force was simply too much. But they had no true idea how powerful Naruto was, and how smart he was, and how reckless he also was as well. An entire platoon, more than one, surrounding several areas, protecting through many allied villages. There was over 100 plus shinobis currently at an intersection, guarding and protecting, others spamming out. They had supplies, they had camps all over the place, they had sensors all over the place. Their sensors were good, but they had a limit. All of them did. They also had people watching the skies because they knew that he could fly. And they were right. An attack from above. They shouted and screamed as they erupted barriers. A powerful slash came from the clouds themselves, ripping into their barrier, tearing it, but the barrier stood strong. They had Fuinjutsu users after all. Find him, one of them shouted, the sensors stretching to their limits. However, Naruto wanted to know that he was coming. He crash landed, blade in hand, coursing with a curtain. His whole body was flooded with energy. There was a lot of civilians that traveled through these areas to get goods and supply back to Kumo. As Naruto was making sure that the village feels it, that the Raikage feels it. Naruto accepted himself after his conversation with the Nine Tails. He wanted them to know that he was coming. He didn't want them to surrender. He wanted them to resist. Because he wanted to show them that he was not the same boy anymore. These people had nothing to do with his past, but the Nine Tails was correct. He wanted the world to know that he was strong. The world that spat him out after chewing him up when he was younger. He wanted to prove it wrong. With a blade in his hand, Naruto rushed in. Their barrier tried to keep them safe. The plan was hatched. Surround him and conquer. The barrier shall hope. All words ceased as Naruto cut right through it. The Kuritan being much stronger than their chakra manipulation or control. The earlier attack was simply a warning to know that he was here. Several ninjas were split in half. The swing that Naruto swing, the Kuritan energy bisected and split. They rushed upon him at once, using numbers to overwhelm him, but it was a trick as they moved away. The ground split open as Naruto fell. Underneath, they set off all of the rigged explosives, covering up the slab. The triggering explosion was so massive, the entire region shook underneath, collapsing down on itself, crushing his remains. They had their plan. They had conquered the entire place, waiting and preparing. They covered everything. Everyone was all over. They had him. He was strong, seamlessly untouchable, but there was no way that he could survive that. He was blown to pieces. He was torn apart. There was no doubt about that. However, flowers, strange blue flowers, start to appear on the land, confusing many. It was the despair blossom, spawning curse energy flowers. And when they turned red, 30% of the force was wiped out right there and then. The explosion ripped them apart, lower to top, tearing them to sunders. Many leaped into the sky, using lightning to protect themselves. Naruto erupted out of the ground and descended, splitting a kunoichi in half, crushing the skull of a shinobi. Naruto blocked several strikes with his alone, turning their blades into inverted weapons as the space around his weapons split. Naruto spun and decapitated several. He ripped through the army single-handedly, jumping away as a barrage of lightning techniques descended upon him. They went below, they went above. They surrounded him and launched a dome of pure lightning energy. Dragons, mythical beasts, all kind of animals, mouse, cat, dog. All kind of lightning beasts forged from their lightning race towards him to snuff out his existence. But Naruto was already finished. Calamity, singularity. The most devastating, Naruto created a Kuriton, singularity in a section that started to suck in all energy and matter as well. Even shinobis were being pulled towards it. Nothing was able to escape once they were in the region. Many leaped away only to be dragged back inside, their body unraveling and twisting and crushing into the singularity as it imploded outwards and sucked everything in. The only one not affected by the singularity was Naruto because they were moving on the same frequency. Speaking of frequency, Naruto started to glitch in and out of reality, moving at such a speed, stepping beyond and into the space, moving like a ghost as he swift through the battlefield. Blades passed through him, attacks passed through him. Naruto remove and slice. They dog him, the rest of them attacking him as Naruto got sliced across the cheek. His blood splattered as Naruto saw it. Instead of getting angry or upset, he smiled, licking the blood off his finger. Naruto jumped into the heart of the destruction. Within the depths of his mind, the Nine-Tails watch, seeing him finally accepting who he is, relishing in the kill, relishing in the battle, refusing for the world to see him as weak, refusing to lose anything that he cared about, himself included. Naruto took a breath. Death and destruction. Every one of them were gone, except for one, a single kunoichi walking away. As she collapsed down to the ground, clinging onto her stomach, she looked up, only for Naruto blade to drive into her skull, ending her life. Naruto warning was the reality of their actions. He told the Raikage what was going to happen, and this was just the beginning. Naruto sheathed his blade, knowing that it wouldn't be strong enough to handle the amount of power that he wished to produce. His weapon was conductive and able to generate a small amount of control over his Kuriton energy as he used it, but the amount of power he needed right now to ensure that this entire region was gone would be too much for it. So Naruto started to mold his Kuriton energy, blending it. His eyes gave him perfect control, perfect clarity of every single point, every single drop of energy so that none would be wasted. This blade that he formed in his hand, it was known as Rift Edge, capable of multiple functions, but right now all Naruto needed was to concentrate his power into a small matter, which was this blade, glistening with blue and red, not quite purple. They did not combine because Naruto needed the attraction and the expulsion of energy. Not the both of them together, he needed them to separate. As Naruto brought it forward and sink it into the ground, what followed was devastation. By the time the second company arrived, they were speechless. It took them minutes to get here. Minutes! How could one person kill 100 plus people in a few minutes? But not only that, they could not cross it. They need to use Earth style. That was not very common within their region. They need to use Earth style to get across it. Not even some of the strongest could jump this massive ravine that Naruto had created, collapsing the area, creating a pull downwards that had affected the tectonic plates, shifting the earth, completely cutting off this region of Kumo towards the mainland. It was a staggering feat that the gods in the days used to possess. The gods that reshaped the land, Hoshirama Senju, Madara Uchiha, those men. To think someone so young could actually be this powerful. Every single nation was locked in, hearing about the war, gathering information. Many of them were afraid, startled, truly so. Many of them had varying reactions of what was currently going on. The outside world believed that Naruto was the monster. Majority of the information was hidden away, so Naruto is seen as the monster in all of this. The Tishikage wanted nothing to do with this. Oniki was a smart man, been through war himself. The Raikage did not ask for his aid, that was one thing, yes. However, it wasn't just that. There was something about this individual that the Raikage was tussling with. The fact that he could get into the land of lightning without being noticed and slaughter the entire daimyo family just like that. Oniki had to say, this upstart seemed to be more dangerous than any of the other recent upstarts he heard about. But this was not his problem though. His village, his people had nothing to do with this, despite this upstart has been seen within his region. But not going after his people personally, so yes. As for the San, they had their own problems to focus on right now, given the recent attack. Konoha knew who Naruto was, but his recent aid of their village surprised many. He came and killed Orochimaru. However, it was rather clear that he had his own grievances with Orochimaru because his action was never to truly stay and ally himself with Konoha. As for Kiri, she was well aware of who he was after all. He was the one that helped her. Reuniting with Zabuza Mamochi after she sent her people out to find him, with the internal war coming to an end, Mei was surprised that Zabuza knew him. Well, not really know, but he came across him at the Land of Wave Bridge. And that person was dead set on letting the world know that he was the strongest. And it was very clear. For the next following days, Naruto's action started to hurt the Land of Lightning greatly. The Raikage started to sweat. Naruto was a man of his word. He told him to return the children, but he did not. More crops started to be destroyed across the minor villages that were allied with Kumo. Naruto was blinking in and out, releasing a technique that could swallow 20 plus of Kumo soldiers just like that. His hollow purple was even more dangerous. High-speed teleportation. Naruto was destroying regions, burning fields, crushing caravans that were passing through to aid the allied forces at the moment. Naruto was a disaster. He was becoming a problem. The Raikage started to sweat. The acting daimyo under the scenes started to fear for his own life as well. However, what was most scary about all of this was Naruto teleported inside of Kumo. He teleported inside of their village. He did not come for the Raikage instead. Naruto eviscerate 90% of the council. He wiped them out just like that. He left one behind to relay to the others what happened here. The Raikage was losing his mind. He could simply enter whenever he pleased. And it did not stop there. Jonins were crushed. High-level Anvu were decapitated. More crops were burning. Naruto was sweeping across the land. He wanted them to see it. He wanted them to know what was happening. Why were they suffering? Using his cursed energy, Naruto created a cursed mirror that was able to broadcast across the Land of Lightning. Naruto broadcast a man severing his ties with Kumo, Kumo had many allies, far and wide, and the ones that were far away could not receive as much support. Naruto stepped in there and annihilate the Kumo forces, threatening to burn the entire village unless he severs ties with Kumo. But this was not the only one. Again and again and again, the Raikage smashed the mirrors with rage. Naruto was becoming something dark, angry, the fuel of war. The blood rushing through him, the anger was turning him wicked. The world started to become fearful that one person could actually be this powerful. It was terrifying. They tried to catch him, but they were unable to. Not fast enough, not strong enough. He was making it very clear. They scour, they search. He allowed them to find him. A large group, with her at the head, Yujito. The last battle was a pure humiliation on her part. Naruto sat there. He was waiting on them, waiting for the so-called elite group. Each member specializing in a different field, whether it be fire, earth, sealing, or something else. She stepped up. "You remember me?" she questioned. "Yes, I spared your life." "Is this really how you want it to end?" said Naruto. "That's not gonna happen this time," she said. The first person moved. He blinded the area, creating a rather pulsating light, affecting Naruto's eyes. With that happening, the earth struck, moving under Naruto's feet. The heavens crackle, the wind blow, the heat ignite. Attacked by all specialized areas, Naruto in the center vanish away, reappearing. Strength, speed, weapon expert. The group descended upon him, one blade in his hand. Naruto carved through swords, cut through muscles, kicked through steel. They believed that taking his eyes out would make him weaker, but Naruto has spent majority of his time with his eyes covered. He see beyond what they saw. Yujito wasted no time, cloaked with the power of the two tails, attacked him, nails and claws. They fought, wrecking the mountain nearby. She matched him blow for blow, using her speed as an advantage, getting around him. However, something was wrong. He was not really fighting her. Did he believe that she wasn't worthy of his strength? She erupted with power. The others clear away as she launched the tail beast ball towards him. That is when Naruto finally opened his eyes. She believed him to hesitate, but that was not the case. Naruto was simply understanding the power inside of her even more. He faced it before, and the last time his Kuraton energy was able to harm the tail beast, physical or non-physical. But Naruto knew how to make sure that this time it would be permanent. As a massive beast launched a tail beast bomb towards him, Naruto, with his eyes open, molded the weapon in his hand. He was done. He was going to show them that it didn't matter what they can do, he was better. Naruto Rift Edge Blade, as I said earlier, could be used for many other functions. His blade could slice past physical matter, slice through space itself, due to his control over several of those aspects. He just need to focus, and he was focused enough. But Naruto also compressed the energy, allowing it to match the same output. Naruto split through the tail beast bomb, which wasn't affected. He teleported after a slice. The great two tails, believing that he could simply shrug off the attack, but it was shocked though when the chakra was destroyed. Yes, you heard that clearly. The beast chakra was destroyed. It was hurt like a normal animal would be hurt. It felt it, it roared out in pain. Inside and outside, Yujito was frightened by that. The other elite members saw it. They rushed at Naruto. Naruto held his hand up. Domain expansion, he said. The world that devours all. Naruto activated the domain for 1 second. Within that time, all of their perspective was frozen. No moving, no retaliation. Naruto stepped beyond the speed of sound as he stopped the domain. When he did, he was taking a few shallow breaths, keeping the precise amount of energy and the amount of force needed to rip through and destroy chakra while keeping his domain active. Would have taken a lot more out of him if it had extended for longer. Thus, that is why he kept it so short. The two-tailed beast was still in front of him when suddenly, the body exploded, leaving Yujito on the ground. In that 1 second that Naruto was in his domain, that 1 second where time was diluted from the domain insides, Naruto slashed the beast over 30 plus times, erasing 95% of his chakra. The small amount that was embedded in her, keeping her alive. As for the others, the squad of pure elites, all of them dropped. Yujito gazed up towards Naruto, still finding it hard to focus back. Now that she was back in the real world, Naruto looked down towards her. As he stepped behind her, "I warned you," he said. He placed a hand on her head. No hesitation, no remorse. The raw, uncontested brutality of it all. Naruto tore her head from her shoulders. Just like that. Her body collapsed down to the ground as he dropped her head alongside it. Well, wasn't that the show? The cursed beast spoke in his mind. Naruto once again summoned the mirrors. The Raikage stepped up to his and saw it. "I told you, one by one they will die," said Naruto. Allowing the man to see the head, the Raikage was astonished. For the next few days, Naruto was quiet. No attacks, no retaliation as Kumo struggled. The land of lightning struggled. People live in constant fear, being blasted to sunders from the heavens. Naruto's reputation had truly gone to the dark side. Many of the others, they knew what was happening though. The kids knew him as a savior. They did not believe a word they were hearing, as the caretakers told them that the others were taken. They were all rather fond of each other. Most of them understood. Most of them even cheered Naruto on. After all, the world has taken so much from the most of them. Bullies. People believing they can do what they want just because they were strong. But they were finally getting to face what they never thought would be possible. Consequences. And that consequence name was Naruto. And they were all going to feel it. Every last one of them. The Raikage was not expecting on the 6th day to be launched out of his office, crashing within Rankyo Valley. The Raikage was rather protective of his brother, fearing the strength of Naruto despite not showing it. It did not matter. They could not get a precise sense on his location, so having the 8 tails out there willy-nilly would be a stupid action. But Naruto came for him personally this time. The Raikage rose to his feet. "So you finally decide to come for me? Good," he said. "I can put you down once and for all." He went straight to 100%. He flew towards Naruto with the intent to take his head off, but Naruto transformed. And shit got wild. The Raikage fist slammed into Naruto's face, shaking him greatly and the ground as well. But Naruto tanked it. He tanked the blow. All he got was a bruised nose. You're going to need something much more stronger than that. However, throughout this entire fight, you will be able to hit me, said Naruto. Naruto created massive blue flames that surrounded the entire valley. No tricks, no gimmicks. I'm going to teach you with my fists. Come on, said Naruto. The both of them started to trade blows that shook the ground, trembling the mountain. The Raikage was an excellent fighter as he dropped the restraints on his hands. However, Naruto matched him blow for blow. His strength enhanced to ridiculous degrees. Naruto knocked the man so hard, the Raikage brain dossled. They step apart and start to beat the living crap out of one another, trading blows that caused each other to stagger. But Naruto blows were packed by so much more. The Raikage aimed for his legs, his chest, his eyes, trying to handicap Naruto in a way. But Naruto grabbed his arm and bent it back before chopping him in the chest. The force sent him through the earth. Naruto picked him up and grabbed his head and rubbed it across the platform, destroying it, tearing the side of his face. Naruto launched him, but he bounced back. His power surged even more lightning, more strength. His blows were ridiculously fast as Naruto matched them, punching each of them down. Naruto rocked him under his chin. The Raikage staggered, losing consciousness. But Naruto brought him back by headbutting him and backhanding him. The Raikage hit Naruto again and again, causing him to stagger as Naruto took every blow. No limitless, no special moves, just raw fists. Several went underground. However, they weren't needed for this. Naruto erased them, using his blade to drill them out of reality. Just like that, the Raikage, bloody and bruised, flew at him. Naruto caught his fist and broke his hand. Naruto grabbed his neck and lifted him before dropping the Raikage into the earth, shattering the entire platform. The Raikage was bloody and coughing when suddenly the massive 8-tailed beast released a powerful screech that exterminated Naruto fire. Killer Bee was here, furious. Naruto flew into the sky, dodging the tails. It shot ink, compressed ear blast towards him. Naruto dodged them all. The beast's hands rained down as one of them crushed Naruto into the pavement. It brought every single tail down, whipping Naruto into the earth. His body lay there crushed under the force, charging a tail beast bomb. As one of the many people grabbed the Raikage and moved, it launched it, but Naruto's eyes snapped open. Blue and red combined into purple. Utter annihilation. Naruto launched it. The two techniques eradicated the entire valley. Naruto flew through it, his blade carving through the chakra of the beast, destroying a tail that would never regrew. Naruto flew into the sky, creating powerful petals that rained downwards. The 8 tails being too large to escape, the explosion ripped into it, causing it severe pain and anguish. It roared out. Killer Bee also felt it as well. Naruto was done holding back. His power surged to Kuriton, causing the very atmosphere to be affected. The tail beast launched attacks, but Naruto walked through them like they were nothing, untouchable. Naruto was not getting weaker. In fact, he was getting stronger. Replenish energy. As long as negativity, despair, or curse intent exists in the world, Naruto will never run out of energy. Come on, kid. Show them what you're truly capable of. Kurama said to Naruto as Naruto dived deeper into some of his more terrifying techniques. Techniques that he created over the years. Techniques that were only once a use, but no more due to him finally accepting himself. Dimensional guillotine. Nothing could get away from this. Hiding within another space, within another dimension, Naruto could cleave through them all. While transform, a massive giant, sight, pure purple, tinged with darkness. It came from the heavens itself. The 8 tails shot its tails up to try and get away, but 5 of its tails were sliced off, including the other horn was taken off as well. It slipped away due to its rather lower slipper form. To avoid complete annihilation, Naruto power surged even more. Kuriton, Oblivion Pulse, based on red, send out a powerful compressed shock wave. It caused matter to vibrate until it exploded on a quantum level. You could see the rip and the tear. It ripped through the body of the 8 tails, causing unbalance. The stability was lost. Immediately he regressed back to normal. The Raikage caught his brother, who was a bit unstable. Now the both of them were there, on their feet. They rushed at Naruto as Naruto rushed towards them. Fist after fist punch kicks. Naruto dominated them both, grabbing arms, snapping them, knocking them away. No access to the 8 tails, Naruto was demolishing them. Naruto dropped Killer Bee into the ground, knocking away his blades. Naruto formed his own and raised it. Stop! The Raikage begged, bloody and bruised. All of his people were being warped by tentacles. Yes, Naruto tentacles that he created from pure Kuriton energy. They devour, they crush, they erase. Naruto dropped the blade as it dematerialized. He gripped the Raikage by the throat. Where are they? I'll take you to them. Just stop, the Raikage said, finally accepting that they couldn't win this monstrosity. He was simply too powerful. Naruto flew off with the Raikage. The both of them arrived, but there was no one there. Away from the village, hidden away within a mountain section, there was no one there, isolated by themselves. Where are they? Said Naruto as he threw the man through the wall. I don't know, they're supposed to be here. That's it then. You're done. And your village is also done as well. The Raikage struggled to rise until something hit him. As he fell, unconscious. Naruto was not the one that hit him. The children are safe. I have them. Naruto turned. And who the hell are you? But guys, be and subscribe right here. If you want to see the next part and do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. But I'm out for now. See you guys soon. Peace.